I was looking for words that described a collection of works, and anthology immediately popped into my mind. I chose to say an anthology because it comes from me. I chose ethereal because I've been told throughout the majority of my life that I seem too good for this world, I'm sweet, or I'm a sweetheart, and I used whore in my title because I'm scattered, you know? Which you can kind of see in my book because I cover a variety of topics, and everyone has had a piece of me. So, there you go. I have had many experiences throughout my life, but I don't think I realized it until I was 22 as I was writing the book, and I had realized what we say affects how people think. And that was my aha moment. If I can affect how people think, then I can affect their actions, because before something is an action, it's a thought. And that's why giving people false information is very dangerous. To me, literary success is not selling millions of copies or being New York Times #1 bestseller. I mean, then again, granted, you know, who wouldn't want to be? But for me, it's being able to touch someone's soul in a way that their best friend or spouse couldn't. And if I can get someone through a hard time, deliver information that, you know, saves their life or helps mitigate a medical condition, or I can change their perspective on something for the better, or just even, you know, make them smile in their heart, then that's what it's about. You know, to me, that's success right there, even if it is just one person. I view writing as a medium of communication where I can transfer my spirituality onto paper. A lot of what I share is ingrained into my spirit, and I don't think I would be able to share that in everyday conversation. When I first started writing, I had no intention of ever writing a book, so this content was written over the years whenever poetic inspiration would hit me, or when I had knowledge that I wanted to share. Impermanence. I cried like a baby when I wrote that. The story had been in my head for several years until I had the energy to write it. I think it's especially sad not because it has been or is someone's story, but because one day it will be. So appreciate the love you have now and for what it's worth today. Waiting. Ugh. I get so frustrated when writing a piece because I want it done now, not later. But you have to be patient with art because it usually doesn't happen overnight. Crazy? 2 years ago, when I was writing and the creative juices were flowing, I would get up at 6:30 at night and go to bed at 7 in the morning. I would write at night when everyone else was asleep because that way I could just be alone with my thoughts and no one would bother me. I did that when I was writing Pretty Has It Hard, and that ended up being a phenomenal piece of writing. Nonetheless, I can't say I have lived a completely normal life. I see myself as someone who writes for love, to give validation and to tell people stories that no one is told, but above and beyond all else, to share knowledge and to spread the word. That I was an energetic mass of consciousness who tried to contribute to the well-being of humanity. That I radiated love, and I cared. Yeah.